Hey, I'm Gary Strigler, and what I want to share with you today is something I've had lots of people ask me about over the years, and it's how do you make a curved panel mold. I need to do this if I was maybe had to make a curved piece of baseboard, or for me, we do a lot of curving wide jambs that have basically a curving rail, which would be this piece, and then a curving panel mold that fits on top of it. So I'm going to try and share that. Now, the first thing that you have to do, and I've shared how I glue things up before, but you have to make a curved blank that is both longer than you need and is going to be wider than you need. The next thing I did, you can see I put some indexing marks on it right there, and the width of this piece, and this is the kind of the secret sauce of the whole thing, is the same width as this block of wood that I've added to this router base. And this is just a piece of plastic that I bought years ago, and I like it because it's a little bit wide, and I've just mounted to the base of an old router. This is a router bit that is the shape of a panel mold. I actually had this one custom made for me by Whiteside to match a molding profile we've had, but they actually have a router bit profile that would make a pretty good panel mold. So, if you want to just buy a standard, router bit and use that as your profile, you could certainly do that. All right. Now, the trick of all this, the reason that I need this block of wood is this is like my training wheels. It keeps my board, when I'm running up on edge, keeps this router from wobbling around. Now, it's going to take me several passes. It's going to be kind of loud, but by using this, so to speak, training wheel piece, I can make a very nice piece of panel mold out of this blank. Now, one of the key things is this is wider than the finished piece of molding is going to be. That's because I have to have some clearance at the bottom for the bearing that's on the bottom of the router bit, so make sure you don't miss that step. Okay, also I've kind of set up here something that's going to hold the whole thing in place. I'm going to use a really nice clamp to clamp it to the edge of my work table, which if you've gone back, if you haven't seen my video on building a outfeed table, boy, I sure hope you'll check that out. And then this is just a piece, so when I'm pushing this direction, it can't walk away from me. Now, again, we're going to probably want to do this in 2 or 3 passes. It's going to be a little bit loud, but there's nothing to do but just get started. We'll come back and get all this sawdust out of the way. I think I might be able to get really close to getting it in the next pass. So here's my curving piece of panel mold. What I need to do now is go to the table saw and make a cut about right there, which is going to leave me a little offset on the bottom. Now I'm going to show you how this sets up, matching up with this curved piece. So this is probably the part where I should say, as I say many, many times, if you see me doing something and you're not comfortable doing it, then just don't do it, find another way. The cut that I just made on the table saw, one, if you got someone to help you, would be easier. Make sure you use a push stick. You could also do it with a bandsaw. Now, there's lots of, I mean, if you wanted to, you could run through the planer a whole bunch of times. So lots of different things you can do. But one of the things that I had kind of forgotten to do, so I noticed it right before I cut off, is I went ahead and made some indexing marks here, because that could be important to me to know right where this is going to line up. What I probably need to do is I'm going to cut this on this end real quick. I'm just trying to let you see, and this isn't actually where it lines up on the blank, but you can see how that's going to be that panel mold that we want. Now, this is where it actually lines up. One of the other things that I want to share is, again, often what we're doing is making a panel jamb, and to do that, you need to have a piece of plywood that bends over it. This is just a standard piece of 1/4-inch plywood that I ran through a planer until I got rid of most of that, the first veneer. And what I would do next, probably put some glue on it, but we would start right here. And the staple that I'm using is this Grex staple that I use. If you've seen my other videos, I use it for cabinet making stuff. But the secret is it doesn't shoot all the way through the wood. And as thin as this is, that's really important. So now you can probably, or maybe you can kind of start to get a vision of whether it be a panel jamb that goes overhead, baseboard, whatever. That's a great way, a simple way that you can make a curved panel mold using just a router bit with some training wheels. And again, you can, if you want to invest, you can have someone custom make. A lot of companies will custom make one if you send them a short piece, or you can just pick out one of their standard profiles. But either way, this is a really, really nice trim detail.